I'd tried everything. I'd injected nearly everything in my veins, and I'd had like crazy amounts of it. I was on a $500 a day habit.
What do all of these people have in common? They've overcome drug addiction and fought for freedom. A case study in 2019 shows that drug addiction is on the rise, and worst part is, harder drugs like cocaine have doubled in use.
So I'm Mike Barrett. I'm the CEO and founder of Transformations. Transformations really was birthed out of my heart. I had an interesting story journey where I had become a meth addict at the age of 22, and at one stage I had 30 people in my lounge room. It just grew and grew and grew until I couldn't keep them. But I realized that a lot of these people, they were so broken, they were so hurt, they needed something else. Altogether, the program is 12 months. So each module, if you will, it's 12 weeks. They'll be in a group of their peers where they're all confronting each other about their behaviors and stuff. It's wild. It's like this therapeutic environment is something that you don't see every day, and that's where the magic happens.
One passion that is weaved throughout Transformations is the aim to educate communities about drug addiction, more importantly, through the addict's point of view.
I guess one real passion for me is to educate people that these are normal people, that from the penthouse to the outhouse, addiction has no discrimination. I heard an addict once came to me and said, I feel like addicts are like modern day lepers. It stopped me, a tear rolled down my cheek as I thought, it's true how people would cross the road to get away because of the subsequent behaviors that go with addiction. People don't choose to be a drug addict or an alcoholic. No one in their right mind would choose that. But things happen in life, and they're born into certain families. Some of the stories that you'll hear from some of our young men and women are absolutely heartbreaking and traumatic. People walk through our doors daily with all sorts of problems like mental illness, addictions. And so the first thing we will do when someone comes in through the doors is do a thorough assessment on them. Then we will do an admission assessment on them, and where they will come in, they will have the first 2 weeks rent, they'll do a drug test, they have the bag searched and everything, and then they come into a loving environment. Just recently I did an intervention, something else I do. Families ring me up and say, can you come and rescue our kid? And I went up and flew up north and did this intervention and brought this girl back on the plane, and she was wild. But it was beautiful to watch her come into that environment and be embraced by all the other girls and be shown love and dignity and watch her begin to transform and that flower to begin to open up, and that's what I do it for.